I really wanted this video to be as chilled as possible, so we're currently sat on the floor. I don't know why this is such a comfortable position for me. I feel like because this sofa is like an L shape, it's just comfy to like sit here and talk to you all, you know? Okay, I have been promising this kind of content since I came back to YouTube, and the only reason I haven't started on it yet is because I feel like I don't want to come across like I'm preaching to you all. I don't want to come across like I'm pushing my beliefs onto you, and I feel like I've just overthought the whole thing, and that's probably why I've not filmed it yet. But I've got over myself, and I feel like the information I'm sharing and hopefully the tips that I'm sharing will hopefully help you guys out and better your life in some way, because it definitely has bettered mine. And I cannot believe the amount of people that have noticed, like obviously in person with my family and my friends, they're of course going to notice the change in me, but the people online as well, like you guys, and I don't know, like comments that I've had, I can't believe how many people have just been like, you are a different person. And honestly, I am. It's crazy. I feel like I'm on a whole different journey, and I feel so much more connected with myself. So that is what I want to do for you guys as well, and just make sure you're living a happier life. I feel like I've definitely lived a life that I thought would make me happy, and it didn't. And I don't know, I feel like this change in me has been mentally, physically, and I'm just so much happier. So yeah, today I'm gonna start like a little series, I think, of like leveling up, but this one is just more of like a Q&A, chilled, to start us all off. But I think I'm gonna do them in maybe like topics. I asked you guys to ask me some questions, and I actually got some really good ones, and ones that I can definitely relate to, so they're the ones that I'm going to be answering. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy these kind of videos. I've been really excited to film them. I just, like I said, got a little bit in my head about it, but I've got over it, and I'm ready to be a little bit of a life coach without being a life coach. The first one is how to stop comparing yourself to others. Whether you are a guy or a girl, I swear you have done this at some point in your life, whether it's comparing money, how much money you have, comparing your looks, comparing your current life, like whether you're married or single or whatever it is. I feel like everyone has compared themselves to someone at some point, and I feel like this saying will always stick in my head, and it is, comparison is the thief of joy. And it 100% is. If you are going through life comparing yourself to someone else, then you're constantly going to be chasing something that doesn't even exist for you, if that makes sense. Like what are you actually doing by comparing? Like you're either in secret low-key competition with this person, which is never going to make you happy. Like I've always said, the only person you should be in competition with is yourself, because if you're in competition with someone else, you subconsciously and low-key want them to fail or be underneath you. And I've always said this as well, and I remember Holly tweeted this the other day: if you cannot clap for others or celebrate others, then you'll never have your time. And that is so true. But I feel like I'm gonna hit you with, this is like not a hard truth, it's probably an easy truth, but I'm gonna hit you with a fact. I do not know one person, including myself, not gonna lie, I do not know one person that does not edit their Instagram photos. And I feel like that's so weird for me to say, because obviously I do it. Like I don't know an influencer that doesn't do it. So I think when you're scrolling through Instagram and when you're looking at people, and I'm saying I do it, it's really hard not to, especially when you have to keep up with this like lifestyle. And I'm really praying that one day that I feel the need not to do that anymore. But what was I saying? Oh, like even they may not even edit it, but they will filter their life in some way. Like they will never post the bad days, or if they've just had an argument with their husband or their boyfriend or whatever. Like everything you see on Instagram is filtered. Like when you're scrolling through Instagram and you're looking at all of these beautiful people and comparing yourself, you're comparing yourself to something that does not exist. And that's just, you're making yourself unhappy for what? Like something that literally does not exist. So I feel like once you're on Instagram and looking at people and either comparing yourself or just feeling a bit rubbish about yourself, that is something that you have to remember. And I've definitely been a victim of it. Like, I've definitely compared my looks to other people, and I feel like now as soon as I catch myself doing it, because sometimes it's a subconscious thing, sometimes you can, like for example, I was on Instagram the other day and I was looking at this girl that posted a bikini photo and I was like, oh my god, your body is actually insane. Like, I need to stop eating these Cheetos right now. And then as soon as I catch myself doing it, I'm like, whoa, like, first of all, that's probably edited. Second of all, even if it's not, like, good for her, she's probably worked hard on that body. And I don't know, I just think it's just such a nice mentality when you can actually celebrate someone else's success rather than either be in secret competition or compare yourself or anything like that. I think by comparing yourself as well, you are massively like depreciating your own worth. If you ever like catch yourself thinking, oh, this person's doing this person's doing that, just snap yourself out of it and think, what can I do right now to better me? Do you know what I mean? Another thing that I wanted to say as well is that this is going to be like the most cliche thing ever, but I promise you, your biggest power is that you are yourself. And if you're not yourself, you're not using your power to your full potential. If you use that power to your full potential, oh my god, you will be unstoppable. Okay, another one I got a lot of is how to focus on yourself after a breakup. And I always struggled after breakups, I'm not gonna lie. Even if I felt like I didn't even want to be with that person anymore, which I've definitely had a breakup where I was like, this relationship does not make sense at all. And even after we broke up, I still felt a certain type of way. I still felt like, oh my god, like breakups are so hard and whatever. And the one thing now that, because obviously I'm with Manny now, I'm in a relationship now, but I feel like if we broke up, I'd actually be okay. And that's not because I wouldn't be heartbroken. Like, I've never been in love with anyone like I'm in love with Manny. So if we broke up, then obviously it would hurt so much. But I know that I could get over it because everything that I've already been through that I felt like I couldn't get over, I'm here now and I've overcome it and I'm happy. So I think going in with that mentality and looking back on times in your life that have been really difficult and then realizing that you've actually overcome it is so important in breakups, in when you're getting sad, like anything like that. It's important to remember that. Let me tell you, unfortunately, this isn't for everyone, but I'd say it's for 99% of people. Breakups are something that is going to happen in your life, and I feel like if you accept that for what it is and accept that people come in and out of your life for a reason and they're there to serve a purpose, but they don't necessarily have to stay there. Like, sometimes they will go away and they've served their purpose. I think once you're accepting of that, it makes the whole thing so much easier. You're not grieving a loss, you're celebrating the time you've had with someone, and you've got to share this experience of life with someone else for a little bit, and then you go your separate ways. And of course you're going to miss the person, but that does eventually go. Like, that hurt will eventually pass on. But how to start focusing on yourself is actually view this breakup as a blessing, because this person has given you the opportunity to reinvent yourself. You're going through a different stage in your life, like especially if you've been with this person a while, but you are starting a new chapter in your life. Like, your life is like a book, and after a breakup you're literally just starting a new chapter, and this chapter can be whatever you want it to be. You're completely reinventing yourself. So yeah, just view that as such a blessing. And if you want to start going to the gym and being that girl that shows up for herself, then you start doing that. If you've got more time because you're not spending it with your boyfriend, go out and make new friends, or start making time for your new friends, start a hobby. Like, you have so many opportunities in this life that you can take hold of, and breaking up with someone is literally like a whole new reinvention. So even if you're in a relationship now where you're like, I don't really know whether I should be in this anymore, don't be scared about breaking up with this person, because breakups are a part of life, hardships are a part of life, and once you're accepting of that and accepting that people are going to come and go in your life, I promise you it makes it so much easier, and it kind of makes it exciting. I know that sounds weird, but it does make it so exciting, definitely for me anyway, because I'm thinking, great, like, this is the start of a new chapter now. like, what's this chapter going to be? The last point I wanted to make on this as well is to focus on yourself. You have to completely rid any negative energy from that breakup. Whether you have been cheated on, whether he did you wrong, whether you've seen that he was manipulative the whole relationship, don't point the finger. Just accept that you broke up, and I would just move on with love. Like, never show hate towards the person. I don't think you need revenge. I think if you want to get revenge, the biggest revenge is probably working on yourself. But I think revenge is such a horrible thing. Like, you never need to get revenge in any situation. I think it's best just to focus on you, because revenge is such an ugly thing. Like, it's gonna sit in your heart and just like make you angry and make you upset. And I think it's probably best just to literally let go. Don't point the finger, just let it be what it was, learn from it and move on. And that is probably the best way you can focus on yourself as well, because if you're accepting of that, then you're not going to be concentrating on how this person has hurt you and put you in this victim mentality. You'll feel strong, and you'll feel stronger that you've actually been able to go, do you know what, I forgive you, now go away. How not to care about what people think. This is such a big one for me, because obviously in my line of work especially, oh my goodness gracious me, I get a lot of it. Whether it's how I look, whether it's something I've done, whether it's something about my family, about my relationship, the way I've done whatever it is, I have been judged on basically my every move. I definitely had to do a lot of work on this for myself, because it's something that I definitely struggled with, and probably was one of the biggest struggles in my life. You can get it from anyone. It's not just influencers that get judgment. It's everyone gets judged. But the biggest thing for me with judgment and hate or whatever is just know that it is not personal. Okay, like every single person that you have met in your life will view you in a different way, and none of them ways are facts. None of them ways are the truth. How your mum views you isn't the same how your best friend views you, isn't the same as how your history teacher views you, or your boss views you, or whatever, your kids view you. Like, everyone's view of you is completely different. So one opinion does not make that a fact. Period. So I feel like as soon as you understand that and kind of accept that, then you think, actually, this person's opinion is literally just an opinion. And for me, I feel like I was definitely going through life I'm such a people pleaser. I will say that, and I've definitely admitted this to my therapist before, and she was like, yes, you 100% are. If you're trying to make one person happy, what you're doing could make someone else be like, what is she doing? Do you know what I mean? Like, you are never going to people please anyone. So I think with coping with how people view you is something you have to work on yourself. Like, you can't change anyone's opinion of you. You have to work on the love you have for yourself, so that everyone else's judgment just ricochets off this like bubble of love you've created for yourself, if that makes sense. Okay, how to feel more worthy. This is one that I definitely struggled with. I definitely felt like I wasn't worthy having a YouTube channel and the subscribers I had, and I remember a time where, I've already spoken about this, where I just didn't feel worthy to be here. And that is like a big confession, but it's true. And I think I listened to a sermon not that long ago, and the best way to explain it, I don't know whether anyone believes in God, whether you believe in God or not, whether you believe in the universe, whatever it is, to me there's definitely a higher power out there. This is why I didn't want to do this kind of video, because I don't want to come across too preachy. But if you believe in a higher power, or if you believe in God, whether it be the universe, whether it be Allah, whether it be Jehovah, whoever it is, your soul was created from either God or the universe, whatever you believe in. I believe in God. So our soul and our inside is literally God, and our body was made from dust. So as soon as we die, my body, like my actual body, will go back to dust, and my soul will remain forever. And once you realize that, you realize that whatever is on the outside, whatever money someone has, they don't take that with them. I won't be taking this with me what actually matters is on the inside. And I've never heard it like that before. I've always thought like, yeah, what matters is on the inside, like whatever. But literally think about it. When you die, none of this will come with you. Nothing that you've accumulated on the earth will go with you. No matter like how rich or famous you are, none of it is going with you. It is genuinely what is on the inside that matters. But just remember that, like, you are literally a child of this universe. You are a child of God, and that is so powerful. But I think if you are a good person and you are living up to your alignment, then you are so worthy to be here. And I feel like if you want other people to view you so highly and view you as worthy, you have to do it for yourself. I remember watching this YouTube video, and it was of this girl. I'm going to leave her YouTube in the description box. She is amazing. I told you I have been doing my research on this kind of thing, and she said Louis Vuitton never goes on sale. Like, let's think of like Topshop. Oh my god, my nails just come flying off. Nice, gorgeous. Louis Vuitton never goes on sale. Topshop does. Anyone else does, because they depreciate their price to make it accessible for other people. Louis Vuitton does not have to do that, because they have a certain target audience that will live up and make enough money to purchase Louis Vuitton. So if Louis Vuitton went on sale, they're basically saying, I'm making this more accessible to other people. Although I wish they did go on sale, because my bank account sometimes makes me want to cry. But they know their worth, and they do not accept anything less than what they're worth, if that makes any sense. Like, they would not accept, so a bag, let's say it's £2,000, they are not going to sell that bag for £1,000, because they know that is worth £2,000 and they won't accept any less. And I feel like it's the same with you. If you view yourself as the worthiest, then don't accept any other bullshit that someone is going to offer you. Like, if someone is not offering you what you want for you, don't accept it. Like, no, you are not for sale. Like, you are not on sale. So yeah, I definitely think self-worth is important, because otherwise you will end up being mistreated by people, or not setting boundaries for yourself. Learning to love who you are will make you feel so worthy. And just remember that you are so powerful, and whatever hardships you've been through before have got you to where you are now, and you're still here. Thank God you are still here. Okay, what was the turning point for you? I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't like a sudden moment where I was like, oh my god, I'm going to change. It was more because, so obviously when I got cancelled, which I don't believe in getting cancelled, like, you can allow yourself to be cancelled, but I don't believe in that. When all of the shit happened around like me breaking lockdown rules, and you know, like, I was getting a lot of hate online and stuff, I kind of took some time out to reflect on myself and why I was kind of like self-destructing a little bit. And it basically gave me, obviously when I came off YouTube, I wanted some time to reflect on my actions. Taking some time off YouTube kind of brought me back to myself. Like, I realized that I'd been putting on this persona, and I'd realized that I'd actually not been happy for about a year. So it was kind of like a gradual realization, and I started seeing my therapist, and the more I got to know myself and why I did certain things and why I acted a certain way and why I was late all the time, or like why I was bothered about certain things, it really just started this whole process for me. And I was like, oh my goodness. And once I started to get to know myself, I became obsessed with it. I became obsessed with getting to know who I am, and that's why I find journaling the best thing that you could do. And there's something that I'm so excited to bring out, which will be coming out in the next month, but it's something to do with journaling anyway, and I'm so excited to bring it out. This is kind of why I've put this off as well, because I've been working on that on the side. But journaling has honestly changed my life, because once you start actually getting to know yourself and actually loving yourself, like, it becomes addictive. That is the only way I can explain it. Like, I can't wait to actually sit down at the end of the day and just write and think about how I'm feeling that day and actually like have a conversation with myself. But yeah, that was the turning point for me, and I feel like if you're just feeling unhappy, or if you feel like you're a little bit lost in life, or you just feel like you're not yourself, then let this be your turning point and start getting to know yourself. And I promise you these videos are going to be coming out a lot more, so hopefully we can do it together and just learn. This is why I wanted to do these videos. I just want people to live a happier, better life, because you only get one of these. So I really want to make this experience on earth for us so happy and so successful and fulfilled, and yeah. And then I'm going to read one last one, and then I think I'm going to end it here, and then I'll probably do more of these videos, and then some of them are going to have certain topics. But this one is spiritual practices you do daily. So like I said, journaling has been the best thing for me ever. I write down my affirmations, so while I'm journaling I'll do that, and affirmations are another one that has really like sparks a change in me. Sometimes I'll write my affirmations down on my phone in my notes and just kind of try and remember them throughout the day, and they just make you feel so powerful, like you can literally conquer anything. You really do start believing in yourself a lot more. I promise, like I used to listen to these podcasts or like TikToks or videos or whatever it was about affirmations, and I was like yeah, like I'm gonna start doing them, and then half-assed it. But if you actually stay consistent with it, I promise you, you'll literally watch your life change. Because this is something that I've learned on my journey, is that you can actually make your life whatever you want it to be. And again, this is something that I want to talk about in future. This is something that I want to teach, and something that I'm definitely still studying. But you can literally make this life whatever you want it to be. Yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Honestly, this has been so much fun to film. I love just talking about this kind of stuff, and I love having friends that also share these kind of thoughts. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I will see you in the next video.